you have to turn everything off. Pre-collision, definitely don't want that on because you have that fan right there. As soon as you start gunning it, it's gonna be like, no, no, no. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Southdown Garage. This one's a special fun one for me. I know I say special a lot, but I am that special. Thank you so much everyone for all your support and watching my videos. Today we're at the dyno. We're going to take a look at the Ford Explorer ST to see what it does on the dyno. Now, most important thing that we need to figure out is how this thing's gonna dyno, because I've never seen a video that shows you how to dyno your Explorer. So in today's episode we'll show you, even first time getting it on the dyno for the techs or for the people that are dynoing their own Explorer, how do you do it? So next up, we've got to get out of the vehicle. We've got to fill the vehicle with fuel. We want to make sure we're using the best octane we can to be able to do this dyno so that we get the best numbers possible. And then of course we've got to get the car on the dyno. All right, we're gonna fill the Explorer up here with a 94, fresh 94. $155 for 70 liters. Beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy. So just in case you're wondering, when you're at the dyno, you have to turn everything off. Pre-collision, definitely don't want that on because you have that fan right there. As soon as you start gunning it, it's gonna be like, no, no, no. So like, how do you find that? Very good question. Let's go back to our home screen here. So we go to settings, you go to driver assistance, you go down to your pre-collision assistance and you turn it all off. Turn it all off, you don't want it on. So that way you make sure that nothing is gonna interfere with this, okay? So that's what you wanna do first when you get on the dyno, just in case you've never dynoed one of these things before, because we just started pushing buttons and turning everything off. And then to turn off traction control, so you hold down this button here, you hold it down, the little menu comes up on the board, holding, and then it's completed. Go okay here, boom, done. Now that is off. So if everything is done, hopefully this will go well. Yeah, just so you turn the dial.
Yeah.
So just turn it.
It says drive mode not available.
Oh, why do you hate me?
But in sport mode, it should normally show the tach here and the speedo there,
Yeah.
right? It should just stay.
But now it's decided that it's not going to do that.
Yeah. Like as soon as you go to start driving, it flips to this fuel economy screen, and then you can't switch drive modes.
That's stupid. Wow, you're really angry, aren't you, Explorer? Okay, so look at this dyno number here. We're at 339 horsepower, 401 foot-pounds of torque. This thing's a beast. So this is just in 4th gear. This is a 10-speed transmission. So the dyno tech said he's going to try to run it at different gears. But just so you know, this is what a 4th gear pull looks like. Those numbers are pretty incredible, man. Look at that torque curve. Beautiful. Mwah. A little bit of a hiccup when our Explorer would not go back into sport mode. RPM went out, a bunch of other things went out. So we got some things to look at. So what would happen is the Explorer would keep kicking out of sport mode, where you would have a large RPM tach like you have here, and it would go back to normal screen and would not switch out. Now what's happening here is when you rev the engine, there's no RPM tach here. So first things first, we have to get back to the steering wheel controls. First things first, we have to click the menu button, which brings up the icons. You go all the way down to display, click OK, and then click on show tachometer. So that'll get the tachometer showing up in the side screen here, so we can actually see what's going on. Now if you don't like having the display like this here, we have to go to the navigation unit. So what we have to do is go back to settings, driver assistance, pre-collision assistant, shut off distance indicator. And if you have the button on the side here which deals with lane centering, you have to switch that off, and then everything will move into the center. Now of course that wasn't what we needed, but a little bit of extras for you. Now that we have been to the dyno, you guys have seen the numbers. After our 4th gear pull, we try it again. We didn't move it to a 8th gear pull. I was speaking with my other tuner and he said it's probably going to be around the same. But here's the lessons learned from today. Lesson 1, 94 octane is in Canada is not as good as we think it is. Secondly, sport mode and normal mode do not make a difference when it comes to power numbers. And I say that because we ended up, I showed you it was 400 foot-pounds of torque and 340 horsepower. Within normal mode, it hit 411 foot-pounds of torque and 341 horsepower at the wheels. So kind of interesting, kind of amusing. But this brings me to another point. I didn't like how at the very top of the RPM range, you can see those blips right here. So, and of course, it's same with the torque. What was that? That was detonation, and we can't have detonation. So realistically, if I were to put this number out there and say, this is what it made, I wouldn't be fully truthful. So we've spoken with the guys at Racing Greed. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna they suggested putting 93 in from Shell, that it was gonna get more power. And then we're gonna do another run at 93, and then we're gonna do another run at 93 with 10% E85, because these vehicles do not have flex fuel sensors. If we are doing this without flex fuel sensor, it is set up for low grade fuel, which will have up to 10% E85 in it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to increase our octane rating and again introduce some E85 so that it's around what the car wants from factory. I hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and stay tuned for some more videos. Yes, we're going back to the dynos to know if you're getting the right fuel in your Ford Explorer. Take a look at this video over here. In the next video, we have spoken with AWR. They've shipped us our diff mount, so if you want to see that video, that'll be up over here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Take care and enjoy your weekend. It's beautiful all this weekend. Bye for now, everyone.